in which scenarios Adobe InDesign is important and it has edge over Adobe Illustrator, how a little effort in Adobe InDesign can save a great amount of time that you manually do in Adobe Illustrator. Number one feature that gives edge on Adobe Illustrator in InDesign is the automatic numbering and automatic header and footer section. Okay, let's take an example of this magazine. As you can see that we have created this magazine in Adobe Illustrator, right? But what if we have to include another page on the right hand side? Like if I want to add another artboard after artboard 5, so I will just create another artboard, right? But if I have to add another page over here, I will be copying this header and footer and page number and everything from this page to this page, and then I will have to manually change the page numbers. This is a very tiring work if you are doing a very large volume of ebook or magazine. Okay, now we are in Adobe InDesign and you can see that this is a magazine or an ebook. So what if we have to insert a page here? Just for an example, I will simply click on page number 3 and click insert new page, and as you can see that when I click on a new page, when I inserted a new page, it has automatically created a new page, and along with that it has also updated the page number on the next one and the corresponding ones. So this is one of the features that make it unique from Adobe Illustrator. Another wonderful feature of Adobe InDesign is the parent page. Okay, here you can see that we have created a parent page and that has the footer at the top. So whatever page we will see on here on the left hand side, on where we have applied, you will see the header on the top, like this on the top. We have applied the parent B on those pages. Well, let's take an example of this one. Like we are on page number 867. What I'm going to do, I'm just creating a duplicate parent. Okay, this is parent C, and here if I just place my new header, okay, just for an example, and if I want this to be applied from page number 867 to onwards, like if I want to place it on page number 867 to 880, I can simply select all those pages, right click and go to apply parent to pages, and from here I can simply select parent C, and this new header will be applied on all the pages. Like if you go to page number 877, 875. Okay, another wonderful thing about InDesign is that you can place your hyperlink anywhere on the document. Like in Illustrator you can apply on the text and on the images, but in InDesign you can put your hyperlink anywhere on the document. Like for example, you can simply select the rectangle frame tool, and if you want to just add an hyperlink over it, create a rectangle frame, right click, go to hyperlink, new hyperlink, and just put your address wherever you want this image to lead the link. So this is a very straightforward option. So this is also an additional option in Adobe InDesign. Okay, another wonderful option in Adobe InDesign is that, like if you want to change the font color of this text, if you want to change the font size of this, if you want to change the color of this, you do not have to go manually on each and every text and update it. Like for example, we can play with the paragraph style and the text style. So I have already created many paragraph styles in it throughout the document. So just for an example, if we want to change the color of the body text, so I do not have to go on each and every text and update it accordingly. I just simply click on it, right click on the body text, edit body text, let's change its color to, let's suppose, pink. So when I hit OK, it will change the color of the body text all through the throughout the document. You do not need to worry. Let's take an example of another one. Like for example, I want to change the font color of or font size of subheading. So I will simply click on right edit subheading, and from here you can change the indents you can change the basic character formats. If you want to change the font size, like for example, if I just want to make it extra bold, okay, and hit OK, so you will see that wherever in the document this subheading was, it has changed it from bold to extra bold. So this is a great option in Adobe InDesign. Okay, another wonderful feature in Adobe InDesign is that you do not have to create the text boxes manually all across the artboards. What you can simply do, if you have created a spread and you have 2 text boxes, so you do not have to create these text boxes again and again to link the document. You can simply select these spreads and you can click duplicate spread. As soon as you click on the duplicate spread, you just have to link from here to here. So whatever you will type here, it will automatically be linked to this document. So basically you do not need to create the text boxes manually. This entire document is created on the same principle. Like if I will make some changes here, you can see that it will reflect on the next page. So this is a great feature of Adobe InDesign, that you do not need to manually create the text boxes and link them. Okay, another wonderful feature in Adobe InDesign is that if you are creating a digital PDF and you need to send the forms to a client or a viewer so that he can fill the information and send back to you, so it can be done very easily in Adobe InDesign. Like I have just prepared this form and now I can send this. I want to make it interactive and send it to the user so that he can, or she can fill the form and send me back. So we can take the advantage of this rectangular boxes to create the fields, and simply click on the right click and go to interactive, and we can transform into button, checkbox, list. So basically it is a separate tutorial that I have already done. I will share the link in the description as well. But when we export it, you will see the result like this. Like here I can fill my information. Like if I have some code over here, I can simply type it. I can write the name of the customer. So basically this form is 100% interactive and editable, and you can send it to the user. This option is also not available in Adobe Illustrator, so this is also a great tutorial for the Adobe InDesign. Okay, another great thing in Adobe InDesign is the navigation buttons. Like you can jump from here to there in Adobe InDesign, the PDF that is created in Adobe InDesign, but that cannot be done in Adobe Illustrator. So like you have created this PDF, so by doing some simple steps you can make it interactive. Like I have just created few parent page. So let's take an example of this button that says back to top. So whenever I click on the back to top, it will take me back to the table of content. This is also depends on me what is the destination path, but I have just made this table of content, that is content page, as a destination. So whenever I click on the back to top, it will take me to the table of content. So I do not have to go on each page to make this text box and make it interactive. I just have to do it one time. Like this is the parent page I have created, and I have just put back to top button in Adobe InDesign, and like you have to understand the bookmarks. Like I have created a table of content and it will take me to page number 2, and now if I have transformed this into a button. So you can see that whenever I click, it will take me back to top, it will take me to the table of content, and it will work on a click. So basically this is a button. So I have just made it on the parent page and then apply the same parent on all the pages. You can see this parent A applied to all the pages. So when I export it, the output will be somewhat like this. Like the entire table of content is interactive. When I click on the back to top, it will take me to the table of content. If I click on this, it will take me to page number 63, and if I click on the back to top, so it will take me back to the table of content. So this is very much good feature that can be incorporated with the help of Adobe InDesign. Okay, there is another wonderful feature in Adobe InDesign, and that is the data merge. I am not going into detail how is this done because I have already recorded a tutorial. I will leave a link in the description. But what the data merge do, you organize all the information in an Excel file. Like in this business card, you can see that there is a phone number, there is an email address, there is a website, there is my picture, there is a title and my name, and a unique QR code. So all this can be put in an Excel file and transformed into CSV. And when we make use of the data merge option, we can simply on one click create these variations. Like here you can see that 27 cards, but be it 1000 cards, and if you have organized everything in an Excel file and just import it in Adobe InDesign and make the use of data merge option, you can create thousands of business cards just within a single click. So this is the great feature of Adobe InDesign that we can surely make use of it. Unlike if we do it Adobe Illustrator, it will take ages to create this thing. Okay, so the last thing that we are going to talk about, that we create magazine ebooks in Adobe InDesign, and you can see that whenever the booklet is printed, it is printed in this way. Like if we have created 8 pages document, the document that you create for the printing should be divisible by 4. So if we are going for the 8 pages print, so it will be printed in this manner, like a full sheet is split into 2 parts, and your page number 8, that is the last page, will be printed first, and the cover page will be the second page. But if you have normally observed in Adobe Illustrator or Adobe InDesign that when you create a magazine, you do not put the last page on the first page. Like I have also placed my cover at the beginning and the last page on the last page and the internal pages. So how we can get this type of output in Adobe InDesign just with a single click? And this is a print ready PDF. So there is an option of print booklet, so it automatically organizes everything. Where should be page number 1, where should be page number 2, where should be the last page, where should be the first page. You do not need to worry about the sequence. Adobe InDesign handles each and everything. So this is the Adobe InDesign document that I have created, and when I created a booklet for the printing, it automatically put my last page to the first. Now this is the first sheet, that how the documents are printed. So it automatically creates a print ready PDF. So there were few features that I believe that have an edge on Adobe Illustrator, but most of us designers still prefer Adobe Illustrator by doing this much manual work. So this tutorial can turn out to be a time-saving tutorial, and I hope you must have liked it, and don't forget to share and hit the subscribe button. Thanks.